video I want to talk about a picture that my friend sent me on Facebook, and it's about something like what the society tells you or shows you is supposed to be a healthy and happy relationship, but what really is actually really properly a real healthy and happy relationship. And I've experienced this for quite many years from a few different relationships, and especially the nicest one that I'm in now, because the both of us we're just more older or more experienced in life, and we put the work in and we're more healed. So we have a lighter frequency, energy, vibration overall. So, for example, I'll show you a picture, hopefully here. But it just shows, for example, the society will tell you it's about like big romantic nights out, but really the superficial and the outside stuff like fluffy gifts, big wedding, we all know if that worked, then everyone had fluffy gifts, big wedding, romantic nights out, saucy lingerie, sex, and they'd all be staying together happily ever after, and there wouldn't be like divorce and like really like traumatic breakups and stalking each other, or the men stalking the women, or big arguments, like huge fights, potentially the police being called, all sorts of stuff. Just being real with you, know, like I'm not new to the world, and I have a lot of experience with a lot of stuff, especially in relationships too. So what really is more important is shadow work, for example. And I'll tell you what that is in a minute if you don't know, and for those of you know, just as a reminder. And instead of like the other things I mentioned as well, the society teaches it's about like looking all picture perfect like a magazine. That'll get you the relationship that you want and you live happy ever after. It's about learning about and healing from your past traumas. So it's not about the outside shell, the surface. It's about the subtler inner stuff that's less visible. So it's not predominantly like I had a client the other day that I was coaching, had a beautiful walk on the beach for an hour and a half. Just lost track of time. Then we just chit-chatted for another like 10, 15, 20 minutes, almost 15 minutes on another place, a promenade or something. I love to do my coaching in nature. It's very informal. It's very just like human to human, divine being to divine being. It's very simple, straightforward. There's no big like ego identities like superiority or inferiority complexes going on. But one thing I was saying to him is because he asked me the question near the end, do I think communication is really important in relationships? So this is more of a finer quality instead of the fluffy outer exterior or your image to society of how happy you are. So what's really going on in your house? So to go deeper, what's really going on in you and what's really going on with your partner? That requires inner work. That requires self-honesty. It requires showing up to what's the truth and being willing to admit it to yourself, especially first and foremost, and secondly to even potentially and eventually admit it to your partner. Stuff like insecurities, vulnerabilities, feeling afraid, tender, raw, naked, insecure, feeling isolated or alone, like vulnerable, you know, all these things. So until we learn to practice and get familiar with and comfortable talking about these subjects and words, we're just diving on the surface of life, the superficial stuff of society, which is perfect because it's just a stage of development. There's nothing wrong with the ego. It's wonderful. It's just like a child or a seed or an adolescent. It's a younger stage of development and evolution of our consciousness and simply our maturity and emotional maturity and evolution as a human being as well. So in my experience, I started talking about this stuff quite a long time ago, and then I got familiar with it more, and now it's second nature to talk about the real stuff in life. And not only is it second nature, but I've dove really deep into it, and I've studied it, and I've gained wisdom and experience and knowledge. And as we gain knowledge, it's a head thing, alright? We study it, we read a book, look at some videos. I did that in my early 20s, and my mid-20s really, when I first started to awaken. Out of the ego and out of the time, the psychological time, and into the now, and into the silent, divine being, witnessing watcher that I truly am, beyond my thought, identity of being a man, being a strong physical body, all this sort of stuff, okay? But a lot of it was head, a lot of, not that, but a lot of other stuff was just like head knowledge, especially about anything to do with relationships. It wasn't really proper experience and expertise. Now I can say I do have the expertise, but it came from a decade of experience on and off, but especially after my much more emotional maturity and growth, my emotional type of shadow trigger awakening. That happened only the last, like, I only started to kind of get into that in the last 3.5 years or so, or less, with my current partner. And we healed massively. We went from daily, it was a lot of attraction and passion and mental, like emotional, mental, physical level. There was a lot of draw, but it took us time, definitely time, and a lot of hardship, struggle, and triggers, tons of them. A lot of fair bit of conflict and disconnection and upsets, but it wasn't us that was fighting. It was our wounded inner childs fighting with each other, our unhealed aspects rearing their heads. Now you will have this in your relationship. I know you will. Anyone trying to ascend or into awakening and healing, you will be going through this. So I'm here to help you, because in my life I tend to be a little bit a step ahead of most people, because that's the way I am. That's what my soul came here to do. It fits my life number one, like self-confident leader type of way shower, way changer, mission type of archetype, to leading the way, showing a new path, a new, better, higher vibrational path. So obviously I'm learning from higher frequency beings than me, who've got more experience, like, in a lot of stuff, like the Palladians, Arcturians, and those type of like super high frequency beings. I'm just here to sincerely offer you any help. I have books coming out and I do coaching too, but in the meantime I'm making these like free videos as well. I genuinely love and care for you, I sincerely do with all my heart, and I just want to help individual people. I love people. As a Palladian type of starseed, I also absolutely love insects, nature, animals, plants, the ecosystem, microorganisms, Mother Earth, Gaia. Absolutely in love with all of them, totally, 100%. Love them so much, and humans. So the study of your own, so it's about emotional intelligence or emotional maturity or emotional healing. It's about all of those three things. It's not just about head knowledge like in the mid-20s, but it's about integrating and processing. Because as we learn knowledge, as we practice knowledge, so we learn it, then as we practice it, then we integrate and it becomes part of us, it becomes woven into us. That's what integration is. So it's not just like an idea that we think we might know or we have in our head. That's wonderful. It's the first step in many ways. It's about living it, being it. It's a joy to practice all this stuff, my friends. It really is. It's very fulfilling and satisfying. Making progress is great. Like these days, my relationship's fantastic. So is my partner. She's very happy with me. But it took us tons of work and healing. I won't get into it too much, but it was a crazy journey, my friends. I swear to God. Mopping up in the healing tons of ancestral baggage passed on generation from parents to parents, to parents to children, then from them becoming parents to their children, and so on. That's a huge undertaking. Me and my partner, once in our family doing that, it just gives me almost shivers. Like it's not an easy ride. It's a roller coaster. So this is my biggest passion, to help other individuals and relationships and people. I want to help you to find out your blind spots, understand what's going on within you, why there's turmoil and conflict, understand and learn about frequency, energy and vibration of your own emotions, understand about your triggers, your reactions, your unconscious patterns, habits, your reactivity, and to just love yourself and your partner or the people in the process of healing, and understand their reactions, and to love them as much as you can, and to love yourself as much as you can, and in the meantime try and surf through life as harmoniously as possible, with as least extra drama and trauma in the now, you know, in the new, in the now. Care for you. There's a way to do it the hard way and a way to do it the easy way. I'm just offering to help you do it the easy way, because that's what my teachers have helped me to do as well. It wasn't that easy, it was really hard, but it could have been like catastrophe, rock hard, but it was more like just super hard. Hard and super hard, a mixture, right? But it was the hardest thing in my life. This course, my relationship, like a course of study in college, like that's nothing though, because it's like head stuff, a bit of focus, a bit of dedication to your studies. This is like the real emotional grittiness. It's like hardcore. That's like strong stuff. You gotta be strong to like go through that. So it takes a certain person who's awakening to do this, to be ready. So love you, my friends. Care for you so much. Hit me up, message me if you want to like purchase my books, which will be coming out in a while, or you want coaching, or you just want to say hello or to collaborate. Anything, interviews, anything with collaboration, I'd love to do that, because that's what 2021 is all about. 2020 is the shit hits the fan. We start to wake up informationally globally about the goings on of the world. 2021 is okay, we're gathering, we're collecting ourselves, we're going to collaborate, and in collaboration, in numbers, there's power, there's good power, the beautiful, sweet, white power, the energy of goodness. Is we support, uplift each other, we share skills, resources, and like tools and abilities, and our bodies with each other to, like, you know, many hands make light work. Like we're helping each other out. So that's what collaboration is all about. This is the year of collaboration, 2021. It's about hooking up with and co-creating with other conscious beings to create a beautiful world, and to become more efficient and more powerful, so to speak, and helping to create and shape the reality that you really wish for, instead of just like letting other people do too much shaping of your reality. Anyway, my friends, it's been a pleasure to share with you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time and attention, I really do. Attention is extremely important, valuable gift to give. It's very empowering. While you give your attention to, you build and empower and uplift. You can become stronger, bigger. It's a good thing to give. It's valuable. Your time is precious, and your attention, your energy flow and focused onto something or somebody's precious. So for anyone who supported this channel, or myself, my herb store, just shared videos, anything, left a lovely comment, given a like, I honestly thank you, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your efforts, and not only with my channel, but just any type of loving, caring, higher type of energy of anybody making or co-creating anything. All the good sharings you've done, all your light working, and I respect you, and I love you, and I care for you. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again another time. Okay, don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching till the end. Lots of love. I'm going to meet my friend now, go for a look, walk up the mountains in nature, catch sunrise or sun gaze as well. A bit late for sun rising, but it doesn't matter. Get out in nature. We love nature. We love nature deeply. So that's my video over, my friends. So just chill and relax now for a minute. I kind of get into mode, like, you know, when I'm talking. It's like I'm channeling to a certain degree. Now I can just chill and relax. I was talking a bit noisier because I was going faster, and I want to make sure you can hear me properly. If you hung out with me, it's a bit different. I think it's the same with a lot of people. You're in your highest flow, and you see the best of people, so to speak, when they're like creating. But to really know somebody, you have to like get behind the walls, the curtains. Maybe this way. You have to get into the home or know them in real life, daily life, because that's when you see all the reactions and level of healedness or unhealedness. But don't forget, your level of trauma isn't who you are. So you're seeing the real, more divine person when people are in a high flow, when they're happy, joyful, and the fake one, the fake ugly head is just programming and trauma. Sometimes I'm tired of my life, you know. Not always upbeat my energy at all. Just want to be sincere with you. Don't want to give you a false impression. I have my moments and days for definite. A big part of it is if I overeat cooked food, because that's my biggest downer in energy and mood. But it's not all the time or very often. I'm like kind of getting a bit carried away with like cooked vegan food, you know. Vegan for 14 years. I love being vegan at the moment. I'm not really a vegan, like an R in identity. Just whatever. Don't care saying that for a quick second. Just my philosophy is love, and veganism falls under love. Because it's about caring, it's about defending, saving and protecting the innocent and vulnerable, be it an old human, a young human, a pet, an animal. It's about a certain code of conduct. It's sort of like being noble. It's not about exploiting, it's about samurai code, loving and caring for the innocent, vulnerable and defenseless, or the weak. And even if animals weren't weak, they still deserve love. Well, they're not like totally weak per se, but at the hands of humans, most animals are pretty defenseless for the most part. Unless we're talking about rhino, but even then, they're still vulnerable against humans and their technology. So, cats, dogs, chickens, anything, everything, birds, they're my family, I love them. I'm part of nature, they're part of me, I'm part of the universe. So when I love, if you love anyone, you care, you defend, you protect, you save. That's what you do for anyone you love. So I love animals. I don't want the energy of exploitation in my life as little as possible. The energy of love. And the love means you nurture, you build up strong, healthy, happy, like your children or your animal, your pet. I suppose better go, my friends. Love yous. Care for yous. I know you care for me too. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your love. Hope you have a nice day today, okay?